Rome is famous for its golden light, but today the sky is a giant softbox. It's been raining all day, and even if it's dry right now, the light is flat, gray, and honestly pretty challenging for any camera. Ciao, and welcome back to the channel. Everyone is showing this camera performing in good light conditions like during the summer where everything looks perfect. But today we're gonna have a real-world stress test. Do you think the Osmo Action 4 can handle such a moody atmosphere without losing too many details? Let's find out. Alright, before getting on the bike, let's spend a minute talking about the way I've set up the camera to do this test ride, so that we can see later how Gyroflow can handle the data recorded in the footage to prepare and stabilize our files for post-production. Quality: I choose 4K to get the maximum out of the sensor and to leave me some space if I need a crop a little bit later. I usually shoot in 25 frames per second, but you can choose 50, 30 or 60 as you prefer. The aspect ratio has to be set at 4:3, so 4K at 4:3 because Gyroflow will handle it by itself. Trust me, we'll get a 16:9 footage in the end. Disable all kind of stabilization, RockSteady, RockSteady Plus or horizon level, because we need the raw gyro data inside the clips. I shoot in Pro mode, that's the log M, to capture as much dynamic range as possible so I can bring, perhaps, Rome back to life in post-production. Shutter speed is set to auto, choosing 1/25 to 1/8000 with exposure compensation set to -0.3. This is just to preserve some highlights. ISO is on auto from 100 to 200 maximum. White balance is set to manual on 5600K, but probably I could have chosen a warmer temperature due to the cloudy weather. Anyway, the point is to have it fixed. An important setting is to choose wide as the field of view, not standard nor extra wide. Choose wide or it won't be recognized in Gyroflow. Last, I set noise reduction and sharpness to -2. I prefer to handle this in post. Finally, I've recorded all of that as preset C2 and assign it to the snapshot function so that I can just press record while driving to turn on and off the camera without further operations. You'll find anyway all the settings down in the description as well. And remember that to get a better motion blur, or if you use these settings in a bright sunny day, you have to get yourself some ND filters for the camera. Alright, I'm taking you through the heart of the Eternal City. Since many of you are watching from abroad, I wanted to show you a different side of Rome. Not the postcard version, but the real, moody, cinematic one. Notice the ground. The roads are still damp for the morning rain, which creates these beautiful reflections on the cobblestones. The Action 4 is doing a great job here. Look at how it handles the dark textures on the ancient walls against the bright overcast sky. And here is it, the Colosseum. Even under a gray sky, it's breathtaking. This is the ultimate test for the sensor, trying to capture the micro-contrast of a 2000-year-old stone when there's no sun to create shadows. It feels like you were in a movie set. The footage you're seeing right now is a little bit shaky and raw, but keep watching because I'm about to show you how to turn this adventure footage into a cinematic masterpiece. Okay, back in the studio. Now the magic happens. Many people still think you need a gimbal for professional motorcycle shots, but with Action 4 and Gyroflow, that's just not true anymore. Gyroflow is an open source project, a free application. You can find the link down in the description, and it's really a game changer. It takes the internal movement data from the camera and stabilizes the footage in post-production or for post-production. It's much more flexible than the built-in stabilization anyway. Let's quickly take a look at the workflow. You just open or import the clip, and Gyroflow automatically reads the DJI metadata. It knows exactly how the Action 4 lens behaves, so there's no real distortion, and it recognizes also the 4x3 format we have set up before and transform it in the 16:9 as for the output. I can choose how much of the leaning feeling I want to keep. I just keep it on 5% of smoothness because for motorcycles I like to keep a bit of the tilt to make it feel much more real. And this is the difference between the raw footage in 4x3 not stabilized and the 16:9 that will be outputted stabilized. And I think there's a huge difference. So the final verdict. The DJI Osmo Action 4 was a beast also when the weather was not cooperating. It captured the soul of a great day in Rome perfectly. If you enjoyed the ride to the Colosseum, subscribe to the channel for more Italian adventures. Ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.